All right, what's up, guys? Michael and Rob here at Lake Michigan Angler. Back with our weekly fishing report. We're here going on the second week of August, and fishing is doing what fishing does in August. So we're going to talk about that. A couple of things we need to talk about first, though, is the Big Pond Brawl presented by Fish Talk Electronics is a week away now.
Yeah, we are 1 week away from it.
Yeah, 1 week away from it. So for those of you that are in the series boats, make sure you're signing up. You have until Monday for your exclusive sign-up period there. So take advantage of it. So lock yourself in. Monday on the 12th, this Monday, we'll open it up to the public.
Yep.
So anybody in the general public that wants to jump in on it can join for that single-day event. And a lot of money up for grabs. We also added Mr. Chrome Challenge. So if you catch a fish, or whoever catches the biggest fish, I should say, with a Mr. Chrome lure, gets $500.
Yeah.
And there's no additional buy-in for that. It's just an additional bonus. So we're excited about that. And don't forget, just the big fish for the tournament paid out from Spruce Island Camp and Lodge. It's a lot of money up there. $1,000 guaranteed minimum.
Yeah.
And that's always more than that, just because you have entries and stuff like that. So sign up today, secure yourself, and for those of you watching that want to jump in it, you're not in the series, on Monday, just check our Facebook. We'll post it up there and let you know how many spots we have available for you to sign up, and we'll get that going. It's gonna be another great one. We're excited about it. With the weather now, we're gonna get into it. It's gonna make it a little bit challenging, it seems like, for the fishing, but still a lot of big fish out there.
Yeah, and we're only halfway through the series, right? So for those of you in the series that are looking at the standings, you're like, oh, I'm so far down. Remember, you're only halfway through. There's a lot of time still to bump up quite a few spots. You never know who's going to have a tough day and who's going to have a really good day, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're only 5 spots out of first for the series. So it's a lot of ground you can make up still.
Yeah, and now the first two of the year. Early spring, it was the early transition. There's a lot of smaller fish. We've got the big fish around now.
Yeah.
Big cohos, big kings. There's some great steelhead out there. You can also dabble in and get yourself into some browns if you happen to get into some browns as well. So a lot of big fish. I think this is going to make things a little more interesting.
Yeah.
And really shake things up. So if you are in the series and if you're not where you want to be, don't get discouraged. That's the beauty about this. It could change every tournament, So sign up at LakeMichiganAngler.com for that. I want to make sure you guys know about that. Secondly, we released 2 videos that are here on our YouTube channel. We invite you all to check it out, especially for those of you that are newer to salmon fishing. We released a copper rod video and separately a wire dipsy rod video. Those are meant to basically walk you through how to utilize them, how to terminate them on your reels. We really wanted to put together like a crash course to help guide you on how to deploy them and how we run them. So if you haven't seen those videos, check them out on our YouTube channel right here after the live stream, and a lot of great information in there. Some really cool fish catches. The day we went out, it was an amazing fishing day. I mean, it was insane. And with that, we have starter packs. So if you do need copper setups, if you don't have any copper in your current setup and you're ready to take it to the next level, we want long lines, we've got copper starter packs, and we also have wire starter packs for both your braided and your wire dipsies. So you get all the information as well on our website, LakeMichiganAngler.com. So yeah, check that out. Rob, let's get into what we have here. How's the fishing? What's new in the shop?
Well, as far as fishing goes, it was a little tougher this week. It's tough just to get out there. We had some really nasty north winds earlier in the week, so there wasn't much fishing going on for about 3 days. We had 8 to 12 foot waves out there, and so what that did is it really stacked up some more water over here. So yeah, it's definitely back to the reality of August compared to what we had. We were kind of in dream mode for a while there with the fishing that we had.
Stable weather.
Yeah, it was stable weather. We had unreal fishing. And we still have good fishing. There's still a lot of fish out there. Just don't, your expectations need to be a little bit in line. Don't plan on limiting out in an hour like what we had. So what we're seeing right now, actually, what day was it? Thursday was the first day after the blow that was fishable. First guy through the door told me that he fished 135 to 185 and had 13, and he was in here about 9:45 that morning. So that's pretty good. You know, the cohos and steelhead were around and everything. After that, it sounded like some fish. The better fishing was really out deeper in 220, but there are still some fish in the warm water. So it just depends. If you can't make it out far, you can still grind it out into some of the warmer water and catch a few fish. It's not going to be amazing fishing, but there are some fish in there. Yeah. But really, the better fishing is going to be out in 220 as of right now. Now, that could change. We've got some good winds today and tomorrow.
Out of the west.
Yeah, not good winds for being out deep in a boat, but good winds for hopefully moving some colder water in. So we've got west winds for the next 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, although they're going to kind of die down a bit. And then they're going to be, right now, they're predicting some south winds later in the week. So we might end up getting some of that colder water to come back in a little bit, and that should help things quite a bit if it happens. So, but overall, it's still decent fishing out there. Like, it's normal, what we would normally consider good fishing.
Yeah. Just
not the exceptional, crazy fishing.
I mean, and I think the reality is we knew that. I mean, we knew like this wasn't gonna last forever.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna have to actually fish again and stuff. But you know, I enjoy it. I'll be honest with you. Some days, you know, when you hit your limit in like 30 minutes, you know, I kind of like don't want to stop, right? So exactly. I kind of like a little pace.
Yeah,
pop a fish
enjoy yourself out there.
Yeah, you know, versus like a quick we're done. You know, like, well, you know. Anyway, do we have any idea the thermal? I think with all that north is stacked down.
I think right? It was down like 70, between 70 and 80 feet the last I heard.
Yeah, it's cut down.
You know, everybody told me something a little bit different depending on the day. So it seems like it was moving up and down a little bit.
Yeah. So again, even like what Rob said, with that west winds, even if it just brings up the thermal a little bit, I think that helps, and that can do enough to, you know, shift where those fish are sitting at in terms of numbers and all that stuff. So keep an eye on the winds. We know that Jackpot had to call their tournament for today. They're going to be doing it tomorrow. So good luck to all the Jackpot anglers for tomorrow's Jackpot tournament. Sure, a lot of folks are going to be out there tomorrow for sure because they couldn't fish today. In fact, Matt said in the chat, today's a no-go. It's been an exceptional season. Thank you for the amazing content. Thank you, Matt. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hello to Justin. By the way, if you guys have any questions or comments throughout it, please feel free to type it in the chat. We'll read it out, answer it to the best of our ability while we are live, okay? As far as lures and stuff here at the shop, Rob, what do we have?
Well, we got in a shipment of Mr. Chrome this week. It's actually been flying out of here already.
I saw the picture.
Spoons, flashers, the NBK is back. So that's back. Take advantage of that while it's here. We got in a whole bunch of U.S.-made moonshines. A lot of them. I think it was like 400. There's still a pretty good amount left. So some pretty decent colors.
Dancing anchovy.
I mean, I've sold the majority of them, but I'd say there's still 75 sitting there. But yeah, Dancing Anchovy. I can see Hulk from here.
Craig's Flounders in there.
Craig's Flounders in there. So there's some good spoons in there still. So take advantage of that. I doubt those will make it through the weekend. But so if you can get in, come and get them. Another one I scrounged up, old custom we had. This is the walleye size RV blue flounder. We had these made a few years ago, and I just happened to find a little stash of them.
Don't snooze on that. There was a period over the summer where couldn't get them going mags, couldn't get them going on the standard. I threw that little guy on, and immediately was taking fish. Then when it keyed in on those little alewives.
Yep.
Those sleep on those little guys. Great for sliders too.
Oh yeah.
In Illinois.
And a lot of times this time of the year too, when the fish are offshore, they start feeding on young of the year perch.
Yeah.
And you'll see the young of the year alewives out deep, up high.
Yep.
The steelhead Nicoles will be full of them. So when that happens, these little spoons are perfect for that.
Always good to have a few of those in your box, in my opinion. We got meat.
Yeah, we've got Familiar Bite loaded up on that, and also the Dreamweaver Ballyhoo. Pretty well stocked up on both. Probably have enough to make it through the year at this point. So between the two, I think I got a couple hundred packages right now.
Yes, and you know what, Rob? You want to grab a from the back aisle? My favorite thing to use, because we're getting into that part of the season. So we should grab a couple of little stay tight. I want to show you something that you guys should be, if you have them, should be running it. If not, you might want to go ahead and start adding some to your arsenal, because we are in that time period now. through the end of September, where these guys are firing off. In fact, I've been seeing reports on the other side of the lake. They're running them, and they're doing really well. So Rob's gonna grab a couple and pull it back over here. Russell, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining us. Justin said, "Do you ever run a veggie rig, and is that just a fly in the end instead of a meathead?" Yes. So when they talk about, well, they call it a vegan rig. So essentially, all it is the same concept of like a meat rig, where you got the teasers in front, only it's a regular fly in the back of it. So there's no meat in it, but you have the whole presentation of the multiple flies on there and stuff. So Rob went and grabbed them. This is just a small selection of the bigger selection. We got 2 end caps full of these salmon candy ones. We got silver horde here. Your plugs. I mean, if there's any time to run them, now's the time. Especially
get them while you can, because
they're hard to come by.
In the next couple of weeks, we start selling a lot of them, and then in September we use a lot more than even now, and then they're always hard to get.
Yeah. So we got the size 4s, the size 5s for both the silver horde and the salmon candy plugs, and wide selection of colors in there.
A lot of these UV ones too, with the UV mylar on the inside.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. Yeah, those are really cool. And what I will say though, if you haven't really used a lot of them, one thing I would suggest is first thing in the morning, throw one on either your rigger or throw it on a copper line and send it off.
You can't screw it up. You just throw it on anything and it'll work. Yeah. But typically rigger or copper.
Yep. So if you're on your rigger, 30 to 50 back in that range, send it down, and then on your long lines, and let it go to work for you. And I'm telling you, it's nothing like a plug bite. They hit it so violently, it's a lot of fun. So we've got plugs here as well for you guys. These kings are gonna be staging soon enough, and then they'll be running in the fall, a couple weeks anyway. So it's gonna be a fun time here. Size 4s are hot in Ludington and Manistee. Yep, they definitely are, and they are firing off, and there's no reason why they wouldn't be working over here. So again, if you need some, we've got a lot of plugs here. Come by, check them all out. Any questions, we're happy to help with that. We've got rods, we've got reels. If you guys need anything, if you get out there and you get tangled up, we've got a lot of leaders. We can spool you up here as well. I think we got everything covered.
Yeah,
pretty much. So if any final questions, let us know. We're open till 4 today. Tomorrow we're open till 2. Don't forget the Big Pond Brawl next Saturday on the 17th. Sign up for series boats. It's happening right now, and we'll open it again to the general public on Monday for those of you to join in. What is it, the entry fee again, Rob?
$250.
It's $250 to get in. That includes your big fish entry fee, so it's just a all-in price, covers you for everything, and you can fish out of Waukegan, North Point, Racine, Kenosha. You come weigh in here. It's a really cool live streamed event here for the weigh-in. You get to meet the anglers, network, find out what worked, and win some money in the process if you place. So.
And then the captain's meeting.
Yeah, we got the captain's meeting on Thursday, so we'll get that out there via our Facebook group with the Big Pond Brawl. But that will be Thursday here at the shop. You can come in, knock out some of your last-minute shopping you may need for the tournament, and if you can't make it in there, then we'll live stream it so you can watch it from your home. Or if you can't do either, you can watch it back the following, after it's done live streamed, you can watch it back on our YouTube channel, so that you get all the information for that and just kind of cover all the odds and ends and everything. Justin said it's just not fun when they're tangled in the net. Yeah, with those double, those double ones. So I think that's all we have, folks. We appreciate you guys for checking out the live streams. Hopefully you guys enjoying the content on the channel. We hope to have 1 or 2 more underwater videos coming up, in addition to the ones we just did. And if there's ever a idea you have or something we haven't covered on or you'd like for us to elaborate on, let us know. Let us know on our Facebook. You can message us. You can leave it in the comments on this video, a comment on our Facebook page. Something that we haven't covered, we'd happy to shoot it. We want to be as informative as we can. And sometimes we tend to think we covered it all, and then someone will ask us, like, okay, yeah, hey, we didn't think about that. A lot of times, like Rob says, it's so natural to us. We think it's known or understood, but that we have to remind ourselves not everybody knows this stuff, though.
Yep.
So if you have any ideas, let us know. All right. Justin said we got a few pinks last Saturday in Manistee. Nice, man. I did hear that they were showed up over there a little bit for those guys in Michigan.
Yep. There's been a few here and there, but not like we saw 2 years ago.
Yeah, nothing like that. Yeah, not at all. So it's going to wrap it up for today's live, folks. We're going to get back to work here in the shop. Stop on in if you need anything, and we'll see you guys next week. Later.